Hey, welcome. This is Dr. Justin Hammon from Next Level Health Center. Right now I have with me one of my special patients. She's actually a phenomenal patient. Her name is Michelle. She came to me many years ago. How many have it been? A couple years?
2 years, yeah.
2 years, okay. She came 2 years ago, and most people had to carry her here to my office. She wasn't doing very well. She was not well. They actually had to move from Arkansas to here because her health was really declining. So instead of me telling you the story, I'm going to have Michelle tell a little bit about her story, and then we'll go ahead some questions to ask. So go ahead, Michelle.
Okay. So my story, I guess, started out with digestive issues. I just grew up with stomach aches and kind of learned to deal with it. And then when they got worse, I sought help and I didn't get any answers. It was kind of like, well, stomach aches are normal, try this or try this, and nothing really helped. So eventually what happened is I started training for a half marathon. I started running, and when I was running a lot, I started kind of hearing a click in my neck, and I thought nothing of it until one day I went out to eat with some friends, and I just got really dizzy. I got so dizzy I felt like I was going to pass out, and I'd never had that before. And from there it was kind of a spiraling effect. I mean, every day a new symptom would come up, and I just never felt good. I always felt weird, is how I always describe it. So I didn't know who to go to, because it was like, well, my stomach still kind of hurt, but I had crazy headaches, and then I had like acid reflux, and then I was dizzy, and it was just so many things. So I tried a lot of different things. I tried going to medical doctors. I went to specialists for my stomach. I went to like neurologists for my dizziness. I went to an ENT. I went to all these places, and every time I would go in, they'd be like, well, you know, this looks a little abnormal, but honestly, that's like nothing we can do anything about. Until I got completely to the point where I couldn't function at all. It got so bad that I had to stay home. I had 2 diagnoses of autoimmune diseases that they said, well, we could try and give you this, but they tried giving me a couple different things and it didn't work out. The other one there was no medication for. And then a couple other things were like, well, your stomach doesn't digest your food, and this is going on, and the only thing we could do for that is install a permanent pump in your stomach. And I didn't want to do that. So when I got to this point, I started, I went to one doctor, and after, this was like years, so probably 5 years after it was pretty bad, it got to the really, really bad point. And I went to a doctor, and he was the first doctor who I ever went to who said, like, well, what are you eating? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I just eat like everyone else does, you know? And so he suggested some dietary changes, and I started doing those, and they helped a little bit, but I still never got to the point where I could ever get out and about and have a life again. My family would always do things without me. I would sometimes ride in the car so I wasn't left home alone, but I would sit in the car. Well, they would go rollerblading, or they would go to a movie or whatever. I would sit in the car and just play on my phone or whatever, because I couldn't go around. I couldn't go anywhere, do anything. So we were in Arkansas. One doctor told me, he said, well, it seems like the stress on your body's too much here, but there's not a suggestion for that. I mean, it's like stress. So he said, I moved back to Idaho. He said, maybe that'll help. So a cross-country move. We left my husband there, and my kids came here, and that's when I started coming to Dr. Justin.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Many of you guys probably can relate to or know someone similar to her story where they've tried everything. They did everything they possibly could. They went to doctor after doctor, and they really didn't give much answers. They said, hey, let's just do more tests and more tests and more tests. Try this, let's see if this works. They're pretty much blindly throwing a dart at a board. They're going to miss it 99% of the time. They may hit it once and they think they're a rock star. But anyways, but she actually got some great results with the doctor she worked with in Arkansas, which gave her some lifestyle. She started changing her life by changing her nutrition, and that's where most people start.
Right.
They're changing nutrition, but you still were like only eating a couple things. So that's all I could eat. It was mainly eggs, correct?
Yes, eggs every day.
Eggs every single day. But the thing is her body that's all it could handle. So that's most people. You guys gluten's my problem. So you take out gluten, or you take out dairy, or you take out sugar, and then you still have the symptoms.
Right.
You might feel a little bit better for a short time, but eventually they start coming back. You start having to take out more and more foods. That sounds similar to you, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of what her story was. She came to my office, and funny thing is, she actually came with her sister to support her sister who came in. But anyways, but she came in and she saw what we did. She goes, no one's ever talked to me about my nervous system. I mean, she even went to a neurologist who just said, We'll see
Everything
what
looks
happens.
good.
Everything's
Yeah.
good, or we can give you a drug for your pain, or see if we can get something. So she came here and I said, we talked about nervous system. She goes, well, I want to get my nervous system checked. We looked at her nervous system. It was an absolute disaster.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it was funny because the first time I adjusted her, this was really cool. I adjusted her, and she literally just shut down on my table. Like people, I literally carry her out of my office, take her home. Most of you guys are freaking out right now. Okay, but what I did is I reset her nervous system to reboot, and her body kind of shut down for a little bit. How long did you sleep after that?
I don't even know. Like almost the whole day.
Almost the whole day. But eventually we started adjusting, and her body started holding, and nervous system started balancing, and she was able to start incorporating different things nutritionally. And then we started bringing her to the gym. Eventually she started going to the gym, and she's actually a rock star now. Right now she's pretty much able to do CrossFit. You guys have ever seen CrossFit? She's pretty much doing that in my gym right now. Okay, she's deadlifting, she's squatting, she's lunging. She's now, the cool part about it is she's doing those cool things, but the thing that she really wanted was her relationship with her husband was suffering.
And my whole family. I mean, my kids. I'd be
Yeah.
like, sorry, I can't come to your school. I can't function to drive there. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she wasn't able to go to her church that she was going to. She wasn't able to be with her kids, and her kids are like, Mom's sick, we can't do anything, or Mom, Dad can't go on a date. You know, if they did, they had to be very careful where they went. She had to wear a mask on all the time. So literally, her life has went from not able to function to function. She's now going on dates with her husband. Her relationship's getting better.
Yeah.
It's awesome. He's able
Yeah.
to go back, found a job here. It's awesome. Her kids are able to, she's able to go to her kids' activities and see them in their parade at Halloween. Most of you guys take that for granted.
Yeah.
But this mom right here, she wasn't able to be the mom that she wanted. She wasn't able to go watch her kids play sports. She wasn't able to do those things because she couldn't leave her home. Yeah, so one of the things we had to do, we had to wake up her nervous system to her digestive tract. Because the doctor, he was right. What are you eating? Her stomach was shutting down. Her colon wasn't working. She wasn't absorbing her food. She had no nutrients, no energy. So we started adjusting her. And once we got that more balanced, then we addressed her nutrition, and then we addressed her functional movements, and that's when we started getting the transformation.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. She's done amazing in her office, and she's referred a million people, but she's really good, and she's actually now works for me as help me share the message. Okay. So the message to you is, if you've been suffering with digestive problems, gassy, bloated, indigestion, constipation, diarrhea, alternating, thinking that's just normal. It's not normal. Okay. I promise you, it's not normal. It's not normal. You should be pooping every single day. You should not have a problem. You should be able to break down your food. If you put on weight, you feel bloated, that's not okay. And that's one thing that we look. Just come get checked out, see if there's a nervous system problem. We also check your food sensitivities and allergies and see what food you can and cannot eat. Because I can tell you eat an avocado, which is good. You read all these blog posts and studies like, eat this, it's power food, but 9 out of 10 times people can't have it. Like, go and drink a whey protein. 9 out of 10 times we test people, they can't have whey. So right now, if you're watching this, have a stomach problem, just stop doing whey. Cut it, okay? So anything you want to say to the people watching this video about something we could do or something they could help with their digestive problem?
Well, I always tell people that you can fix anything. I really
Very
do,
nice.
though. I could, because for me, you know, where my symptoms were so all over the place, and it was just like, I was just a wreck, and nobody knew where to start. I feel like this is the only thing that would have worked for me, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah. So what she means by that is we look at the foundation, the nervous system, which governs and controls every function in the body. So once we got our nervous system working, she's able to handle more stress of eating different foods. She's able to handle that. So that's just the process. You may not be as severe as her, but don't wait to that point, right?
Right, yeah.
Don't wait. Okay, so if this sounds like something you like to do, see if we can help you. You can reach out to us here at Next Level Health Center. We'll be glad to help you. So this is really hard for Michelle to be on video. So she did an awesome job. So thank you guys for watching. We'd love to see if you guys come to the office, see if we can help. Okay? Again, this is Dr. Justin T. Hammon from Next Level Health Center. Have a great day.